BRICS nations are shocking the whole world by building their own Pentagon-like headquarters. It will be a major step in the direction of dethroning the Western countries. This headquarters, which will be inspired by the Pentagon of the USA, is going to be equipped with high-tech technology and security, which will strengthen the bond between these countries. To get a better understanding of how this development will benefit the BRICS nations, and whether will it influence other nations to join BRICS or not. BRICS refers to an association of 5 countries that are emerging superpowers. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa's aim is to promote cooperation, mutual understanding, and collaboration in various domains, including economics, finance, trade, technology, and geopolitics. But why did they choose the Pentagon as their inspiration? Built during World War II, the Pentagon is a symbol of U.S. military. The Pentagon headquarters is the world's second largest office building. It has about 6.5 million square feet of floor space, of which 3.7 million square feet are used as offices. An estimated amount of people who work in this building is 23,000 military and civilian employees and 3,000 non-defense support personnel. The building has 5 sides, 5 floors above ground, 2 basement levels, and 5 ring corridors per floor, with a total of 17.5 miles of corridors, with a central 5-acre pentagonal plaza. These 5 concentric rings of corridors have 10 sections in each ring. The rings are labeled A through E, and the sections are numbered from 1 to 10. The central courtyard, known as Ground Zero, serves as a hub connecting the rings. But what makes this building an ideal example for the whole world is how it stood the deadly terrorist attack. On September 11, 2001, a terrorist attack took place. In that attack, the hijacked American Airlines Flight 77 crashed into the western side of the Pentagon, penetrating through the outer rings, specifically rings E and D, and causing extensive damage and fires. The impact and resulting fires were so massive that they caused a portion of the building to collapse. However, the structural design of the Pentagon proved to be beneficial in saving lives and preventing even greater damage. The Pentagon's construction primarily involved reinforced concrete. In this type of concrete, steel is embedded in such a manner that the two materials act together in resisting forces, and this helped the building withstand the impact and collapse more effectively, as this building was built in a way that it can absorb and distribute energy from impacts better than buildings made from less sturdy materials, reducing the chances of immediate collapse. The compartmentalization of the building also helped in controlling the fire. During the time of construction, the Pentagon was organized into 5 concentric rings, and each ring is divided into sections or wedges. When attacked, this prevented the fire from spreading to other areas of the building. The evacuation routes of the Pentagon were also laid out while keeping the chances of a terrorist attack in mind. The Pentagon is built in such a manner that it has well-planned evacuation routes and numerous exits, which allows occupants to evacuate quickly and efficiently during the time of attack. And these are some of the factors which make the Pentagon a safe and secure building for officials and military persons. This takes us to our second point, how this development will benefit the BRICS nations. Building a Pentagon headquarters of its own will prove itself to be advantageous for these nations. Not only will this building advertise the strength of the bond that these countries have, but it will also motivate other countries to join this group. There is a high chance that countries like Saudi Arabia, who have shown interest in joining BRICS, would like to be a part of this group after they have a headquarter of their own. Not only will such an addition increase the credibility of BRICS, but will also put an end to Western hegemony. The domination of Western countries has always been an issue around the world, and this headquarters will symbolize the unity of emerging economies. Another big advantage of this headquarters will be directly linked to the efficiency of the BRICS nations. Having a Pentagon-like headquarters of its own would mean that more meetings and summits would take place. A working place for the BRICS nations would encourage working groups from these nations to work together on a regular basis, which will enable these nations to coordinate better and put forth their views on international issues, trade market, investment, and other development projects, which will ultimately lead to the exponential development of the BRICS nations. There will be enhanced coordination among these nations, as it will be a centralized platform to communicate the needs and issues of these countries. It will provide a platform for the officials of BRICS nations to engage in regular and direct dialogue on concerning topics and mutual interests. Apart from the national development of these nations, a Pentagon-like headquarters of BRICS nations will increase the influence of these nations in their geopolitics. By establishing a physical presence in the form of a headquarters, the BRICS nations may aim to strengthen their collective geopolitical influence on the global stage. An example of unity and strength will be promoted by this headquarters. Having a building dedicated to only BRICS nations will show their commitment to working and growing together. It will also help these nations to work together on common goals, such as economic development, trade and investment, infrastructure development, geopolitical cooperation, and many other goals. A common place for the BRICS nations would help them combat these problems and come up with a practical solution. Policy building will also be easier with this headquarters, as with the real-time discussions, special working groups, and task forces understanding the issue and having an in-depth analysis of it will leave no space for error. The presence of people from different cultures will allow the policies made to be flexible and adaptable. It will also ensure the representation of no country is compromised in any situation. BRICS. Introducing a high-tech Pentagon headquarters of its own will inspire other nations to join it as well. As of today, over 40 countries want to be a part of BRICS. To them, BRICS is an important source of foreign direct investment in key areas such as mining, automotive, transportation, clean energy, financial services, and IT. And because of the issues that BRICS focuses on, it has become a platform for job creation, trade, and investment. In addition to this, joining BRICS will also ensure that the individuality of these nations is being protected. Having the support of a number of countries who themselves hold a significant position in the international market will make BRICS undefeatable. A Pentagon-like headquarters will encourage other nations to step up and show their interest in BRICS, which will benefit the nations that are already a part of it. Economic cooperation, sharing of technology, increase in trade facilitation, and investment opportunities will be beneficial to these nations. This headquarters will act as a hub for sharing valuable information and data among the member countries, which will allow them to learn from the experiences of one another. Having high-tech countries like Russia and China can accelerate the development of fellow countries, which will benefit the whole group. An important issue that this headquarters will solve would be that during times of crisis or emergencies, this headquarters can serve as a platform for rapid decision-making. It will play a crucial role in coordinating a joint response, and it will be easier to help during times of need. BRICS. Having a Pentagon-like headquarters will also be a proof that Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa are not vulnerable, and if any one nation is attacked, all other fellow nations will help. Another fascinating fact is that when Pentagon was being built, its project provided employment to over 13,000 workers, making it a great source of employment. Building a Pentagon-like headquarters will create job opportunities in the BRICS nations. An estimated amount of 15,000 workers will be employed, and almost the same amount of workers will be needed for maintenance every year, which makes this project a win-win for everyone. By building a high-tech Pentagon-like headquarters, the skills of all the individual countries will increase as the cooperation this project demands is extraordinary. This skill enhancement will allow these nations to grow individually in the fields of technology, engineering, etc. And that was it for today. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you don't miss any future updates. Also, comment down your views on BRICS nations building their own Pentagon-like headquarters. We will be back with another video. Till then, take care.